These 5 books are absolute masterpieces. Hackers by Stephen Levy, a breathtaking story about how a bunch of nerds took risks, bent the rules and pushed the world into a radical new direction, who devoted their lives to plant the seeds of the next technological revolution that we live in today. Originally, the term hacker, notorious today, had a slightly different meaning. The book is full of stories how young MIT students were wiring up huge computers of the 50s and sending each other notes in pure machine code. It's about how the whole new world was created, and it is as entertaining as it is educational. Hands down the best book that I read on tech. Masters of Doom by David Kushner. And I want to start with one quote I read. This is a page-turning cyber soap opera about the 2 glamorous geek geniuses that should be read while scarfing down pepperoni pizza and swilling Diet Coke with Queens and Stone Age cranked up all the way. An amazing true story about how the gaming industry emerged. 2 guys, John Romero, the glamorous geek, and John Carmack, an antisocial genius, have created a whole new universe from scratch by adopting incredible imagination and cutting-edge technology that was impossible at the time. They just invented it. A very motivating story about how they were living the dream lives, inventing technologies non-existent before, buying Ferraris in their 20s and, without exaggeration, changing the world. Everyone knows Doom and Quake, and if you want to know the story behind these milestones and how they changed the game, this book will tell you all about it. The same author wrote another great book on the subject, Wasted, the story behind GTA, and it has the same style, and if you like the Masters of Doom, you will like Wasted most definitely. How Google works, an amazing story about the company that created the rules that were adopted by all the players in the industry in terms of corporate culture, strategy, talent, decision making, innovation, communication, and dealing with disruption. It's a fun read full of great stories of actual events that happened in the offices throughout the years, which could have been captured only right there and then. Like Sergey Brin interviewing a new legal counselor and asking him to draft the most ridiculous but funny contract number 666. Or about an engineer from the division that has nothing to do with advertisement who passes by a whiteboard on a late Friday night and notices a problem with the context as algorithm, stays in for the weekend and fixes it. Main author Eric Schmidt has managed the company from 2001 till present date. He has seen it all and told a great story about it. Inside Intel. This company has been and still is the face of the microprocessor industry, the industry that fuels the present. Our life as we know it is impossible without microchips, and this book goes deep into the history of how the industry was developed, from the technical mistakes that cost billions in the long run to the Moore's law. It describes how the market forces had pushed monopolists like Intel to foster the competition in the need to develop the alternative suppliers, otherwise the technology could have not been adopted, and this is how AMD got its place under the sun. Have you ever wondered why the number of transistors in the integrated circuit doubles every 2 years? Read this book. 7th Sense, Power, Fortune and Survival in the Age of Networks. The annotation says, the book describes forces that are invisible to most of us, but explain everything from explosive technological change to uneasy political ripples. In my own words, the book gives a lot of answers to what is happening right now with incline into social networks, what the future will bring us and how to be prepared for inevitable changes. The author, Joshua Cooper Ramo, is not just some random dude. He's the managing director of the Kissinger Associates. This is one of the world's leading geostrategic advisory firms. He was also an assistant managing editor of the Time magazines and holds many more other glorious titles. The first 50 or so pages are a bit slow, but then it unfolds such a versatile explanation of what is going on, you just can't stop turning pages. I read every day. It's been like this for the past 15 years. And it was a struggle choosing the 5 books to tell you about because there are so many more exciting stories that I will never forget. So let me know if you liked any of this.